started this morning in the early morning. So yeah, as you were explaining, Andrew, we tested different technologies, and this was a good and fun experience. Very happy to have you on board for this afternoon, and happy to see people from America and people from Europe and the Middle East, Africa. So thanks a lot. What I want to do with you is to share with you some reminders, and just maybe a big reminder about something essential in our network. It's clearly about sharing. We are here to share our best practices, of course, to share our best experiences, but to share our success stories and our bad stories as well. We are here to learn from each other. So it's about sharing, Andrew. It's about sharing values, and we have strong values in TGS. If you are happy to move a little bit the slide, I will be very happy. Thank you, Andrew. So it's about the strong values. You know them, and maybe we could have a quiz, but maybe not so easy to do at this moment. But reminder, the first one I do like. I don't know if we have a priority, an order, but the first one could be collaboration, and we are collaborative. If you join, and you join TGS to be collaborative, and what we expect from you, of course, as an active TGS member, is clearly to be collaborative. What does it mean? That means playing on the same field with the same rules, and of course, sharing the ball. And maybe you know that I do like basketball, and you know that we have many basketball players in our TGS team. So being collaborative is essential. The second value, or maybe another additional value, is how to be agile, and we want to be agile. And you know, maybe I like surfing, so it's our agility. It's our capacity to adapt ourselves to each situation. And clearly, we had the opportunity. We can see it as an opportunity to adapt medicine during the last 2 years. So being agile, it's also essential in TGS. It's the second, or both values we can keep, and we can add, of course, something else, Andrew. It's about our ethics, and what we want to be in TGS is clearly we want to be ethical, and we want to apply to our firm, to our team, and to our clients clear ethical principle. That's why we are clearly an active member in the Global Compact program. And maybe you can, I don't know if you know this beautiful place. We are in New York, in this beautiful building that is where the people in the United Nations, where they do their General Assembly. So you can see that they adopt the TGS colors, and we didn't change anything. And can I say the last one? But thank you for the long test, Andrew. And that was a discussion, because if maybe you have in mind that it was about being agile, it was being collaborative, ethical, and client-centric. As far as I'm concerned, I'm a little bit frustrated with just these two words, client-centric. It's clearly more than being client-centric. It's being focused on the sustainable development of our clients. Because if we add all these beautiful values, collaboration, agility, ethics, and clients, of course, we are focused on their sustainable development. So we are sharing these values. That is clearly what when we have a new member, we start with this principle, with these values. We share as well more than values, Andrew. We share an history, a long story. something which we started in 2012. That was, if we have a moment, and maybe in the history we'll keep this moment. That was in Paris in November 2012, and it was our first international meeting. You can see on these photos that was TCS at the beginning, and maybe you can guess, but was maybe something like Telecoq Soregor, and something we didn't really like, and you know that we did adapt the brand very quickly just after this conference and transform to TGS. So we are now TGS, and you can maybe, I don't know if you can see, identify some beautiful faces on this photo, but I can see Murat, Kana, I can see Thomas, I can guess, I'm quite sure that is Rob on the last line, and so on. So you can see maybe Silvia, Andrew, and a beautiful team. And thank you for all these people who were clearly at the beginning. I'm forgetting maybe Alberto, sorry, I'm forgetting many people, but many people were with us at the beginning in 2012. So we are sharing values, we are sharing an history, and we are sharing, Andrew, what else? An ambition. We are clearly sharing an ambition. And this ambition, it's not something built, drawn by only one person. It's clearly something we share with your board. And I really I want to thank Thomas, and thank you for being online, Thomas. I really want to thank Horacio, who is very active on the board. We have Jeroen, and we have Abdulwahab and Hazim from Saudi Arabia. And I am also on the board, and maybe I'm forgetting. No, I don't forget anybody. So I have the team close to me. And thank you, guys. I know you are always present, and I know you are clearly reachable, accessible when we have a question. And what we've done, what we did last year, we wanted to refresh our project and our ambition, and what we did, and something we enlarged the circle. It was not only with the board, that was also with the co-founders, shareholders, and maybe not the moment to explore all this beautiful bubble, but I think we can choose. And what we are going to do during the TGS months, we are going to explore further some topics. So and maybe easier to read on the next slides, Andrew. And if we want to have a look maybe on these 4 topics chapters, and you can see something we can do, and we are going to do with you during this TGS months. We want to adopt clearly a differentiating positioning. It's clearly about TGS, and you know that TGS means something. So what we want to do with you, it's not only having a motto, but to make this motto concrete and real. It's a reality. We think global sustainability. What does it mean? How do we transform this concept, this motto, into actions? That is something we want to do, and we are going to do with you. It's about the brand. If you are here, if you want to clearly to have the advantages of the TGS network, you are using the TGS brand. And we have very positive feedback from everyone who are using the brand. So it's clearly using more and more the brand, but using the brand with a simple way, but using the brand everywhere with the same logo, with the same color, and with the same way. Something we are going to do, and you will have communication marketing workshops to do. So thank you for your kind reminder. They know they are a little bit chatty, and so happy to be with you. And we are an agile organization, and to be an agile organization, we need to keep you active And the best way to keep you active is to keep you closer and to have you as a shareholder, something we are going to do to explain further with Silvia in November as well. We want to expand the network. You know that we are investing in different parts of the world, in the US, in Europe, and thanks to you, thanks to your recommendation, we are launching many marketing campaigns. So we share with you all these projects. And of course, if you want to have you taking this advantage of TGS World, it's clearly please to have you joining all these workshops, these sessions. That would be the best for you and for us to meet you and to share these beautiful ideas. We are sharing values, we are sharing an history, we are sharing an ambition, and we are sharing a framework. We are sharing a framework, and just to remind you, the legal organization of TGS, we have, of course, you know, the TGS network. We are working together. To have an active network, we need a platform, and this platform is driven by a firm named TGS Global. That is a firm which is named TGS Global, not the network. You are a member of TGS. You are not a member of TGS Global, just a reminder. So you are in TGS. And the firm is named TGS Global, so located in Paris, in France. And what we are doing with TGS Global, we are animating, we are managing the relationship between all the members, and we are trying to do the things we are doing with you currently. And we have a second legal structure, legal firm located in Brussels, and clearly focused on the IP and IT. So with TSI, Société Anonyme in Brussels, what we do, we develop the brand, we improve the coverage about the legal registration about TGS, and we develop a new IT platform, the website, the intranet, and so on. So, and what we are going to do with you, because we want to have you active, want to keep you in a collaborative situation. So we do our best to have you joining TGS Global as a shareholder, and then from TGS Global becoming a TSI shareholder. So it's about our values, it's about our history, it's about our projects, it's about our framework, a framework we share. And Andrew, clearly, it's clearly essential. We need your full commitment to the TGS quality program. You know the TGS quality program, and the TGS quality program is clearly a summary about all these beautiful things. It's about, of course, about our rules, it's about our regulations, but it's essential to have you following up these processes, these procedures, because if we want to appear as a single firm, a single organization, it will be essential and vital. So thank you for your patience, and very happy to introduce now Marcela. You take care of the cable and you can jump to thank you, and happy to welcome Marcela, who will give you more explanation about the TGS quality program, and enjoy this session with Marcela. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Hello, everyone. Thank you. Hi. I can see you, everybody, but I know that you are here with us today. So, and I wait as the other one, the first one. So the TGS quality program, we launched this program 2 years ago. So you know now that this quality program, the main objective is to improve the quality of your company, improve the quality of the network, and of course, accompany you in this process. So everything we launch in TGS View the webinars, workshop, meetings. It's for accompany you in this way. So just a reminder, our quality program has 3 pillars: corporate social responsibility, business communication and collaboration, and professional core competencies. So of course, the quality team, Sophie, Silvia, Nizar, and myself. So we work a lot on this program and give you feedback and read your recommendations, your comments, your one-page plan. And the idea with this program is really to collaborate and give you the tools for improving all these pillars. So for the next steps, I'm going to show you our planning for the quality program. And Andrew, please. So now we are on September 21. No, now we are on November, but on September we sent to you the one-page plan and the referrals. The referrals declaration was normally closed, but the idea is to continue with this program next year. So this month, the idea is to launch our campaign for the quality program in 2022. And we are going to launch new appointments in December and January with some of the members who need maybe an accompaniment for each pillar. The idea is to give you the new reports in June 2022 and maybe receive your comments and your new one-page plan, updated one-page plan in July and August. So of course, remind that the one-page plan, it's on progress. So the idea is update it, put your new priorities on it, and of course, update the actions and projects that you are developing. So it's not to create a new one every year, it's really to follow the actions that you have. So the data collection, so we give you a last deadline for the referrals declaration. So the idea is to declare your referrals until 8th of November, if you don't have yet done. And in February, until February and May, we are going to collect the information to generate the new reports. So that is basically our planning for our next report, quality report for the next year. So, Andrew, next one, please. So we, with the quality team, we read your one-page plans. We generate maybe a general recommendations for you members. Thank you very much for sending us and participate in this quality program, because it's really important to have your feedback. So we made some general recommendations. Of course, we have a lot of recommendations, but we choose just 3 per pillar. So today we want to share with you these recommendations and main recommendations. So I'm going to start with the corporate social responsibility. So last year, we give you some recommendations for a start to improve or maybe to integrate the corporate social strategy on your firm. Now, a lot of members had already internal plan. So the idea now is to push that to maybe integrate your customers and your stakeholders. So the actions that you are developing today, maybe we can now go one level more for maybe integrate your clients and have more impact on your community. The second recommendation is about the participation on the different webinars. Of course, here I'm talking about the corporate social responsibility webinars. So we launch every month a webinar about what it means, what is United Nations Global Compact, why it's important to have a corporate social strategy for your firm, what's the benefits. So it's really important to participate or delegate someone to participate in these kind of webinars. This allows us to, of course, share information, share ideas, share projects, And so that is important. So please participate or delegate if you can't. And finally, of course, now I think many of you know the corporate social responsibility, sustainable development goals. So the idea is to have someone dedicated to follow up these actions. It's really important to follow up because if we want to be more sustainable in different ways, environmental, economic, and social way, we have to follow all the projects that we launch. So of course, follow these actions, follow these projects, and update your one-page plan every year. So that is all from my side. And of course, Silvia, I think. So now Silvia is going to give you some recommendations about PCC.
Thank you very much, Marcela. Hello, everyone. I'm happy to be here today with you. As Marcela mentioned, she gave you really a quick snapshot on the TGS quality and where we are in 2021 and what are the plans for 2022. I'm going to talk about the second pillar, which you can see, professional core competencies. As you all know, this is something very important, and you all come from different countries, but you have to follow some international, and I think in most cases, the same international standards. And as you all heard, there is a new international standards coming on very soon. And we in TGS, of course, keep a very close eye on these latest developments, and we are adapting and customizing our TGS quality. So you will not skip this. And you may probably seen some of our recommendations going into this direction. So what are our key dimensions we are looking at in the professional core competencies pillar? And you, as you can see, you must know them by heart. So we look at human resources, the way you deal with your people. We look at ethics, at acceptance of your clients, in leadership in your firm, and how you deal with the quality aspects and procedures, monitoring process to make sure that you keep up all the standards and you follow them closely, engagement performance, the way you do your client engagements, and of course all this added with the latest technology and information. So the three main key recommendations that we recommend to our members, you may see the first one is focus on the risk-based approach. And this probably rings a bell to auditors that we know that we have within our members auditors. But this is something that we want our members to have a notion about. Not only for auditors, but also for other professions like tax, consultancy, and so on, because this is the latest trends. And the profession actually is more and more exigent, and they requires not only us as professionals just to do ticking boxes, but they requires us to think and organize ourselves in a way, that we can focus on the key elements. So that they want us to adopt the risk-based approach. So how does it work in reality? They want us to think that as a firm, we customize and adapt our organization and structure based on our objectives. We identify the risk which are involved within these objectives, and then we mitigate those risks. For example, I give you an example. Say you want to focus on listed clients. So this is your key objective. What is the risk? The risk is that you provide service which is not good or with not enough professional staff. So then you expose your firm to maybe issue a wrong report. So that's why we want you to think in a way that you identify and mitigate those risks. The second point, the second recommendation, it actually goes hand in hand with the first one, because of course we want your firm to focus on the risk, but also to adapt it in your day-to-day procedures and perhaps implement call files or engagement reviews once the engagement is finished. And we know in our team that most of you are doing it, but perhaps this is something that it could be enforced, because this is also a very good training tool for your new people in your organization. And of course, us as a TGS quality team, we will also keep a close eye on the way you are doing the call reviews. And I think we will start with some of you doing this process. And the third element, which you may have seen also last year, it's to make sure that in your own organization, you have people who understand, speak, react in a language that is appropriate in international business. We see it even in big firms in our network that it takes maybe some time and of course resources, human resources, to make sure that we have people who have the skills. So please hire people with appropriate language skills, with the correct expertise, so that we can make real collaboration. And as Marc said, this is one of our key values. Right, so that's it. And just before I hand on to Sophie, I also don't want to forget Nizar Al-Sharif, who is probably somewhere with us in the audience, who is helping us as a TGS external consultant. So if you are somewhere there, Nizar, thank you for being here with us. And I think our members really appreciate working with you too. So the next pillar, it will be Sophie Cartalier. So Sophie.
Thank you. And respect of the regulations. So during the quality individual meeting, we talked a lot about the TGS referral process. So how to declare your referrals through the different forms that you have access to these forms through my TGS hub. So it is really important for us that you continue to declare all your referrals through the process, and we'll talk about it later, but we are so some special about because that survey through the creative. Still asking you to keep on doing. Sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry. Do I have to start again? Sorry. So thank you for all your efforts in respecting the deadline regarding all the reportings we are asking you. And sorry, so I can go back if you want. I'm sorry, we had a microphone problem. So the first one, so I was speaking about business collaboration, communications, and respect of the regulations. So the first recommendation about it, because our individual quality meeting about the process, how to declare your through different forms available through my TGS hub, and we are constantly trying to improve our process. So we will talk about it later, but we will have this month a webinar to explain you how now you will have access to your referrals pipeline through the monday.com platform. So it will be a mandatory webinar for all the IBCs. Also, the second recommendation was the respect of the TGS reporting, because we know that we are asking you a lot of surveys, and we thank you to respect all the deadlines we are asking you. And the last one is about communication, the use of TGS brand manual. And for that, I will introduce you to Sophie Everarts from TSI in Brussels. So we wanted to simplify the TGS brand. So she will explain you from now on all the specification about the use of the brand. So thank you very much, Sophie. I hope now you can connect and put your presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I will just share my slides. Hello, everyone. I'm really happy to be with you from Brussels, Belgium. I'm working for TSI, as the other Sophie mentioned it. I would like to show you some slides about the TGS brand and what we have done this year, especially because we have done a lot for the TGS brand from Brussels, from TSI, which owns the TGS trademark. So Marc explained a little bit what's TSI, but I would like to remind you some stuff. At first, TSI, so it's the Belgian company, is born in 2013 and is located in Brussels. As a company, we manage the intellectual property law of our clients, and especially TGS. So we have registered a trademark brand TGS in a lot of countries. We will see the map after in a further slide. And we manage all the things, all the issues, all the objection from those registration. We have also to do the renewal of the trademark, and we don't have just the intellectual property of TGS to manage, but we also have now the IT part of TGS to manage. So IP IT, it's from Brussels, it's from TSI. As I have mentioned, TGS brand is owned by TSI, and we have a license with TGS Global to use it. And you, as members of the TGS network, you have like a sub-license to use the TGS brand. We also have all the domain names related to TGS. We have bought a lot of domain names, the tgscountry.com, TGS name of the firm.com. And so if I will explain, but if you want to use it, you can contact TSI, you can contact me, Marc, or the TGS global team to have access to those domain names. So on a day-to-day basis, TSI do a lot of things for TGS. That's our biggest clients. For example, we register the TGS trademark in many countries every day. It's a day-to-day exercise and day-to-day work, because there is a lot to manage. We manage, so I said the TGS domain names, but also we make audits for the quality program to verify the communication and the correct brand of the TGS, the correct brand use of TGS. For that, we give some workshops during the TGS webinars to explain how to use the brand correctly. And now we will launch also a meeting with all new members joining the TGS network to explain why it's important to use the TGS brand, why it's important to harmonize communication by being in the network, and why it's important to have the same brand and how to use it correctly. We have establishing strategies also for TGS, and we are collecting proof of use, because in some countries, as you may know, we have to prove the use of the trademark if we want to if you want that the registration is actually correct and keep up to date. Why it's important to have the same communication, the same brands by being in the network, as some of the TGS members and TGS team have said. You have the TGS network, it's really important, but you have also the visual identity of TGS. And what's the visual identity? It's the logo, it's the website, it's the communication, written and digital communication, and it will help your clients, it will help the public to see that you are part of an international network. And so it can really help you to have more clients, for example, by using the TGS brand. Just some quick information about the basics of the TGS brands. We have now a new brand manual, which is updated, so it's not totally new. As you can see, for example, in the slides from the TGS team, it was a new design, but not totally new, because of course we have registered the logo, the figurative logo, so the figurative trademark, and so we have to keep the logo itself like this. But the rest could he's now modernized and updated, because we have, for example, implement all the digital aspects in the brand manual. And you will be able to see the new brand manual in the intranet, and we will send you the new updated brand manual. So please use, as TSI, we would like that you use the brands, the TGS brand correctly and the most possible in the internal and external communication. We have also domain names with the TGS, with the name of the firm, with the name of the country. So please ask us if you want to use it. We also wanted to use the trademark and copyright symbols, the correct one. And please, please, please do not use TGS Global, because as Marc explained, TGS Global is a French company managing the network, but you are not part of TGS Global, you are part of TGS. And I've seen a lot of TGS Global everywhere in the communication of members, on the websites and so on. So please do not use TGS Global. And the last thing, you can use, of course, another legal name, but we would like that you use the TGS in your commercial name. It's really important for us. So you see now on the screen a beautiful map. It's the plan for TSI of all the registrations in 2024. So it's only in 3 years. We cannot do everything in one time, because it's a lot of work to register in every country the trademark, and so we have and also it's we have financial aspects. It's expensive to register the trademark everywhere. So in 2024 we will have all those countries in colors. The trademark will be registered in all those countries. So in orange, in dark orange, it's already done, it's registered, it's protected. In light orange is what we have done this year, in 2020, 2021. And in blue, that's what we have done now. It's in September, November. And so we have, after that, the purple, red, that we will do in the few next years. So one of the most important thing we have done in the brand manual is to update the process while you are entering in the network. So the new member now will have no choice to use the TGS trademark. They will keep, of course, the TGS at the beginning, and they will use the name of the firm the country plus the name of the firm, or the country. It will depend of the exclusivity for the member. And they will also receive the TGS name of the firm or TGS country. It will also depend on the exclusivity of the member. So that's the new process we have put in place with the TGS team for the new members. And of course, we hope that you will also, as current members, use those kind of logos. As I said, we have launched a new brand manual. You will receive it. We have done it in June. That's why there is June on the screen. It's really in the goal of simplification and clarification. And we have not only done the manual, the TGS brand manual, but also we have launched a digital toolbox to help you to put in place an harmonized communication for every members, and it will be you can receive that in a zip file, and it will really help you, I think, to communicate with the TGS brand correctly. You will have example of web banner, or flyers, business card, and so on, in different formats. So you can change, for example, the text, or so not the design, but the text, and add new pictures related to the brand manual and so on. But you will receive that complete digital toolbox for your communication. And I hope really that you will be able to use, and you will do it to have a powerful TGS brand. On the IT part, we have created, with the help of IT partner in Brussels, we have launched a website that you can use. So the new member will have to use it. As current members, we would like that you use it, but I know that it will take some time, and it's all a process. But we have a beautiful website ready for you. It's really simple to do the installation, and we have all manuals to help you, or we can do it for you. We can talk to it later. But so we have this beautiful website template, and we hope that you will use it. And to finish, I will show you a new updated motion design video about the TGS trademark basics. And after that, I will let my colleague from the TGS team explain the rest of the meeting.
As a TSI licensee or sub-licensee, it's important to know how to use the TGS trademark correctly. Here's a quick walkthrough exploring what you need to know about proper trademark usage. First off, all firms that use the TGF trademark must do so correctly in their communications, including websites, events, videos, communication tools such as business cards, goodies, brochures, flyers, posters and email signatures, presentations, social media posts, including those on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook or YouTube, and press releases. All collected documents must be dated, and all firms must use both the registered trademark symbol and the copyright symbol on any productions. When using the TGS logo, all firms must be sure to use the correct logo. In order to ensure clarity and visibility for our clients and partners, refer to TGS's brand guidelines when creating any kind of marketing support. There are 3 key elements: the logo itself, which is an orange square with rounded corners containing the letters TGS. Our logo is registered in many countries, but if it isn't used correctly, it won't be protected. Typography. We use Yantramanav and the colors, which have been chosen to reflect our progressive, serious character. Color codes for our identity and secondary color palettes can be found on the screen or in our brand guidelines. When it comes to copyright and trademark symbols, it's important to understand the following distinctions. R means registered trademark, as registered or validated by the Trademark Office. TM means trademark and refers to any non-registered mark or a mark filed with the Trademark Office. And C means copyright. Copyright is a reserved right notice concerning any work that can be copyrighted, like TGS's documents and website. This symbol is generally followed by the copyright holder's name and year of first publication. It is advisable to affix this registration symbol onto any medium that reproduces the registered trademark. The registration sign R can only be used in countries where the trademark has been registered with the Trademark Office. Each firm that uses the trademark must send us the documentation carrying the TGS logo and collect proof of use. The TSI team periodically conducts audits to ascertain adherence to brand standards. Do not hesitate to ask your TGS digital brand use package, including a website template, the revised brand manual, and a lot of documentation templates such as letters, PowerPoint, business card, flyers, etc. If you have any questions, please reach out.
So if you need the documentation, it will be available on the internet for the documentation part, the digital toolbox. And for the websites, it's we have to put in place a meeting with you if you are interested to know more about it. And so please contact me or contact the TGS team if you are interested by using a domain name, the website, or the digital brand package and the communication. Thank you all for your attention, and TGS team, it's the floor is yours.
Thanks, Sophie. Thanks a lot for your clarity.
Thank you very much.
We're back.
We're back.
Back. And what is the next step, Andrew?
Well, the next step is making sure that everyone's been listening and paying attention.
Really?
Yeah. So I think the two M's have prepared a quiz.
Who are the two M's?
Two M's. If we can switch the M&M can.
We have M&Ms with us. Okay.
Yeah.
Margaux
Hello. Good afternoon.
and
or
Margaux.
good
Okay.
morning.
Great.
Yes.
So we are listening to you.
Oh, thank you, Marc. So we are Marine and Margaux. We are M&M's team. We prepare for you a little quiz about the TGS brand manual. So it will be 10 questions, and you will have 20 seconds to answer for each question. We will send in the chat box the link game pin in order to play.
So when you have entered the code, you just have to put your name and your company's name, and then the first question should appear. So this quiz is a chance for you and also for us to know if you really understand how to use and to apply the TGS brand manual. But as it's a game, we have a special gift for the winner. He will receive some TGS badges and bracelets. So good luck to everyone.
Links in the box.
The link is in the box, and you have also the game pin
People are signing up.
Yes.
below.
Now we have a Kahoot expert with us.
Ah.
He left. I don't know if he came back.
Great.
So we will wait for everybody to be connected.
35 people.
Stefano is there. Christos is online.
Wow.
Martin, Sophie, everyone's using their real names, so this is going to make it fair.
Yes.
Although remember, Thomas, he's really close to a server, so his answers get in quicker.
Yeah.
He's not that he knows the answers.
Do we have Thomas connected?
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone is
Oh.
called me.
What? So,
Okay, that's 18. We wait for one more person to log
yes,
in.
right.
Okay.
Please.
Think,
Until,
Murat.
yes, until
One more.
20.
Okay.
20.
One more.
One more.
Just like an auction.
The auction. Yes,
José
José Luis,
Luis.
yeah,
Oh,
Abdullah.
21.
Yes.
21.
So,
So 25.
If we wait another 2 minutes, we'll have
Anymore.
everybody.
okay. So, ready?
Steady.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
There's one more person.
Annika.
I can see
Hello.
Henry and Janet, but I can't see you connected on the game. Okay, you can still play even if you're not connected, I guess.
Yes,
Margaux?
of course. Yes.
we go.
So we launch.
Yes.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay.
Handle.
So
Okay.
which one is the right TGS logo? Very difficult question, I think.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
And the
16
answer
correct
was the
answers.
third, of course.
Canner's writing on the screen.
Next one.
This time is the first.
What is the meaning of TGS?
Canner's writing on the screen. I don't know how he's doing it.
4 seconds left. And it was the second one.
Yes. Why the TGS logo is orange? Just 1 second. Of course, we love the oranges, but that's not why the TGS logo is orange.
Next question. Which one does not fit with the TGS tone of voice? So of course it was in synchronicity. Hard to pronounce.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
get
thank
to
you,
that
Andrew.
later. Stefan was up.
For this idea.
Who is in charge of the registration of the domain name? We talked about just before. Yes, TSI.
Yeah, everyone's been listening.
Just explained by Sophie Everarts.
Yeah.
Is it up? Still Stefano.
Next question. What is the TGS color palette?
These answers are coming in quick. That's a good sign or a bad sign.
The second one.
Yes.
Wow.
Which one is the TGS font?
More difficult.
Yeah.
Just a reminder, you can download the font on my TGS Hub. Oh,
Wow.
great. Congratulations.
Almost 100%.
Mm. So who thought it was number 4? No. Matthias is on fire. What's happened to Thomas? Your connection must be down in Spain.
I thought it was the orange juice.
Easy one, a member always has to review its marketing materials with the TGS team before publishing them. True or false? Of course, it was true to avoid any brand mistakes.
Oof, Matthias is looking like he's going to get this prize.
Matthias wants badges. Which one is a good TGS brand visual from now?
From now.
Yes, from now, because you know that we are changing brand visual. It's a trap. Yes, the first one.
Yeah. The last question, but not the least.
Christian, I think, is
Which
from
kind of events should TGS sponsor?
Netherlands, I think.
It's very difficult to answer.
Green, the green.
Green.
Somebody from Mexico, maybe?
Of course, it was tequila. No, it was the first one.
So,
The winner.
Annika from
The
Germany.
third one, Annika. The second, Kirsten. And the winner is...
The winner is...
Yes, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Then we have Martin
Speech from the winner.
and
Yes.
Stefano.
Yes, your feeling and spontaneous feeling, Matthias.
I love orange, so it's more easy for me to respond all the information. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. We are going to go back to the team.
We are back. And thank you, M&Ms. Thanks a lot. So now, maybe a moment to have a coffee?
No.
No? Not yet? But I want to have a coffee. No? I can't?
No.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Camera one.
Later, guys, later.
The screen.
Takes a few moments. Hey, we're back on.
Yes.
Ah, no.
It's beautiful.
Yes, great, great. So, congratulations, Matthias. That is good sign. So, we are going to launch a short workshop about our TGS communication tools. But first, of course, Sophie Everarts explained you that we have now an updated brand manual, new visuals, new communication tools. So, Andrew, please, next. I'm showing you the overview about our communications, communication tools, the new ones. Sorry. So we have the new brand manual. We have two linguistic guidelines to have a TGS tone of voice. So the idea is to share this document with you for your articles, your different posts on your different social media, your website, and have an harmonized tone of voice. We have a new slide presentation. So we are going to share with you that too. And we have two new banners, new visual, and new website. So you have on my TGS hub on the communication marketing place, you have all these new brand manual already. So you can go directly to my TGS hub, download and read it. And of course, you have already different templates. So for example, the slides in PowerPoint Keynote, you have the new business cards, you have different tools. So of course, if you need more tools, just contact me or contact Sophie or the team, and we can help to you for give you this start to use these new tools. So please, for your different social media, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, etc., please change to the new banner with your TGS logo, please.
Yes. Marcela, we have additional session about marketing, communication,
of course,
and to a specific session, a digitalization for the website, for example. And I don't know if you can hear me. So when we have this session,
so we have sessions on the TGS month. We have different sessions on I don't know when exactly, but you have the planning on my TGS Hub and TGSU. And you have, we have sessions from marketing, for LinkedIn, for communication and linguistic guidelines. So we have different sessions, and the idea is if you can participate, please delegate your communication and marketing person. So that is really important. Of course, everything is on my TGS Hub, on the TGSU planning, and you can register directly. Andrew may be going to speak more about that in the
we have a big free package, and something will be open by everyone. And about the website, we give more information because it's of course an investment, and we have to share some cost. More information about the cost we have to share, but we are clearly doing our best to have something very accessible, and we really want to mutualize everything as soon as we can. So November will be very important.
Yes, really important. So please participate in these webinars, and we're going to, of course, accompany you in this adoption of the new brand and new visuals. So now, the idea is to launch this workshop, Andrew. We are going to create 4 breakout rooms, and we are going to talking about, of course, our TGS brand and our identity. So, Andrew.
Yeah, we can, let's start a brand. So I suggest that we link this activity with the coffee break. We make the breakout rooms coffee breakout. So if you run out and get a coffee super quick and then come back and carry on with the workshop. Let's start a brand. Why did we think about this? I should come up and speak with you, I guess. This is the thing. Okay, so sorry, I've got a dog out of it. So 2 people on the stage at the same time, why not? I am TGS. I guess we are TGS. We didn't know there would be 2 of us. But if you think about it, the brand is just such an important part of TGS. I mean, it is TGS, the brand, and all you people. But if we think about the brand, we were thinking, think about brands you like and that you trust and you respect. How do you interact with those brands? Some brands which come up in the world of accounting and auditing are things like Ferrari. Honestly, that's the kind of conversations we have in restaurants, but that's a brand people associate with. So when you drive your Ferrari, are you conscious that the brand is being seen by everybody? When you go to the cafe, do you put your keys on the table? Does it have the Ferrari logo on it? Do you wear the Ferrari cap? I think there are a lot of other people, maybe there's a lot of guitarists I know in the network, so things like Fender and Gibson. You know, why do you choose that over other brands of guitars? I had an experience recently. Someone came to my house and played the very cheap guitar because it had a brand on top of it, and they missed out the guitar, which is super expensive because they didn't recognize it. So these sort of things are recognizable. I don't know what kind of brands are for you, Marcela. I know that you're a fan of.
It's an identity. It's family. It's TGS family.
It's a family. So yeah. These brands. So for example, if you think about it, how much do you how much value do you get from the brands that you like? And how much money do you put into it? Honestly, I think that's a conversation I had with Jonathan in back to guitars. I'm sorry, it's the one thing I can talk about apart from audit and accounting. But we're talking about guitars, and I asked him, I said, imagine if your wife sold your guitars for the amount you said you paid for them. And he turned white and almost collapsed. I don't think he's honest about the amount of money which is put. I can say that because he's not here. I don't think he's honest about the amount of money he puts into the brand. But so the question we have for you today to think about over coffee in the breakout groups when we get them organized is how do your clients interact with you and your brand? So you are TGS, your brand is TGS, but how do your clients meet this brand? Where do they see it? Where do they feel it? What sort of things are happening for them when they experience the brand? Is it just a logo? Is it in the way you behave? Is it, do they know your TGS before they have a conversation with you? When you're speaking with them on Zoom, are you branded like this? Well, not like this, but you know, is it obvious that you're a partner of TGS? So what value do you get? What value do your clients get from your relationship with you? So we're going to set up a board of Post-its for you to think about. What was the question? What was the question? What is TGS for you and your clients? How do your clients experience TGS? So we're going to split you into groups now of maybe 6 people, and you can have a cup of coffee and chat with them and put your ideas on Post-its on the Post-it boards. I think the Post-it board is shared with you already. M&M's is the board on in the chat, the Post-it board. Okay, so it's great. So I'm going to zip over and create some breakout rooms, and I'll leave Marcela to sing you a song while we're doing that.
No. Okay. So yes, go to the coffee, no? For the moment.
Breakout rooms. 2, 3, 4.
So we split all the members on breakout rooms.
Yeah. So you're gonna.
So you got the yes. Okay. No,
So,
I should use the chat box.
Thank you. I'm gonna switch. So I'm gonna split you into breakout rooms, 5 rooms. Have a cup of coffee. Chat with the people who are there. We'll give you 15 minutes to have some coffee and think of ideas. Yes. Open the Scrumbler board and put your ideas on the Post-its. I am TGS. How do your clients experience the TGS brand? Thank you very much, Sophie, for typing that in the comments. So accept your breakout room and have a nice conversation and a nice coffee and conversation about Ferraris. TGS. Microphone is open. We can speak to Alberto.
Yes, Alberto.
Hola, ça va? Comment allez-vous?
Très bien.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, hello.
Sorry for this late intro.
No, it's so happy to have you. You are at the airport?
Yes,
Okay.
Where are you going?
Madeira.
It's not very busy, but not so many people.
Many, lots of tourists.
Okay. So,
Okay,
Great.
so please go on.
no, it was you are joining the coffee break, so it's a good moment. So, but we are going to reopen.
Can we bring everyone back? Yeah.
Yes, of course. So happy to have everyone online. So you know that we do like to experiment and something new for us, because last time we were from home and we wanted to be a little bit more together. So what we are doing, so it's a weird feeling, because during 2 years it was clearly from home and with our own device, and now we are doing the things in the same room. And next time that will be in the same room with you.
Yeah, it's a step towards, isn't it?
And maybe something between, and something we could say an hybrid session, and something we will be happy to share with you about May, because the visibility is not so good, but maybe we would like to do something physical meeting in May, and if some people cannot join, we'll be happy to have them online. So having a hybrid meeting will be the solution.
Yeah.
And but we know that's not so easy to manage, and we are experimenting with you, and thank you for your patience and understanding. So we are back
In 50 seconds.
50 seconds.
50
Okay.
seconds, 49 seconds,
Okay.
and they'll be back.
Happy to see you, and we hope that the things are doing very well.
It's great. I love you see people walking back, walking in the background.
No, really, but
Just by Justin. Justin's not here with us, is he?
No, today no.
Okay.
okay.
We can just
It's Martin back, Murat's back. The drawing that Kanner managed to do on the screen has disappeared. I wonder how that does. How did you manage to do the drawing? Okay, so that's the rooms are closed.
Okay.
So we should have everybody back with us. Yeah, we've got a few people. I think some people have.
It was very tough.
Yeah, it's not. You didn't come to TGS expecting things would be easy. It's if it's easy, everyone can do it. That's right.
You just cut our discussion in the middle.
I'm sorry, Ronan. That always happens.
I have a lot.
We always do that. So what kind of things did you come up with for the thing? We just spend a few minutes, maybe just an open conversation. I can see that I can share the board. Why don't I do that?
We nominate Stefano as our representative, and we will. And
okay. Well nominated. It's nice to see you, Ronan. It's been a long time.
Long time.
Okay. Yeah. Hi, everybody. I think that some of our things are there, and what came out from our conversation is that if we are TGS, we appear as a group, and we appear as people are in good hands if they are with us, and we are more reliable. It even came out that from a national point of view, maybe they do not understand very well they just see that, but they think that we are more reliable. From an international point of view, is that it's the brand that can bring us international clients. Did I sum it up good, Ronan?
Excuse me?
Did I sum it up good?
No, very good.
Yes, okay.
Well, what am I a QA?
Yes.
Yeah. Well done.
Okay. It's very good.
Does anyone have any other things they'd like to say about how clients interact with you as a brand or interact with your brand? Or just TGS, does it make a difference to your client reaction?
Do you ask me?
Anybody, anyone, everybody.
We can ask you as well. Ronan, you can give us your opinion about this question.
No, he's still there.
There's nobody speaking. I will say a few things. It's Christo speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm afraid actually we were the lazy ones. We did not post anything on the board. But I think we spent most of our time discussing, and it was a really interesting discussion.
Well, that's better. There's no obligation for the workshops. It's just a placeholder to start a conversation. But I guess we forget that everybody in TGS already has conversations that they can have, and as soon as we put you in a room, you're just going to talk about that. But what we do is that we kept Marc out of the rooms so that you got a chance to talk.
I think
Yeah. Any referral comes out?
Maybe, yeah, maybe that's it. Business was made, maybe deals were struck during the time. Yeah.
No, I think that was very useful information, and I think what really we're seeing in our clients is that what is TGS to our clients, okay? What we are trying to do, and I believe all the members are doing it, because it was the same actually with the other two members that were with me from Mexico and Canada, is really to differentiate ourselves in terms of the quality of service they're providing to our clients, as well as actually the innovative approaches we take in whatever services we are providing. And it appears that each of us are becoming stronger in a number of areas, but not in all areas. And it's something that we should be looking at, actually, greater collaboration between us. For example, I just found out actually from Horacio that they're very strong in transfer pricing, which is something that we are developing in our part of the world. And but I think for us actually to become a stronger network, a more recognizable network, we believe actually we should increase our presence, okay? And we need to find ways of increasing our presence. I mentioned actually the new approach that Marc and I actually are trying to introduce in our region with creating the Balkan cluster. But also what we're looking for, actually, we're looking for the center to be organizing the service offerings or the service lines, whether those service lines actually are driven by the center or driven by us actually as members, okay? It's really very important actually that we need to do that, which is going to make the difference, even make us a lot stronger. And I don't know if Horacio or Kalin, actually there was something else you wanted to add, but I think that was the summary of our discussion. So.
That's great. That does not sound like you were lazy at all. That was really on the mark. The only thing you didn't do was not write it down, but I've written it down here. That's fantastic. A lot of you guys, Kalin, I don't know if you do have anything to add.
We wrote it down. We said that clients now have access to other services in other places in the world. Yeah. We also put that America already worked on an international client that originated in Peru, and I think the first experience was satisfactory enough. However, we still need to standardize a lot of things, like audit processes. Or the way we approach transfer pricing, things like that. There's a lot to work on still.
That sounds exactly like a brand issue, doesn't it? Because if people see a standardized, strong process that they identify with TGS, it's going to be stronger, it's going to be better, it's easier to sell, and it's more recognizable, and it's going to work internationally. I think it's a good moment to plug the shared service webinars that are coming up as part of TGS month, because that's exactly the plan. And we've got Guy Saint-Chagrin giving a webinar. He's nominated at the moment the TGS King of Transfer Pricing. So he's talking about transfer pricing and getting the transfer pricing group in TGS up and running. So if you can watch that webinar or participate, even better, that would be a great one to get involved with. Okay, anything else? I don't want to jump on unless.
I think. May I? Go ahead. Go ahead, Jose.
Okay.
Okay. Well, what we were discussing also is besides the quality, which is very important, and I think the client feels that they are going to be supported by another member in another country, which is part of the TGS. It feels more comfortable and more safe. We don't have to worry much more when you were talking about two companies which are members of the same network. When we got referrals from other countries such as Peru or Spain or even US, the client feel comfortable to talk with us already, because they know they're gonna talk with the member from the same network, and it makes them feel more comfortable and safer regarding the customer care. So that feeling of us over here regarding the brand is that the client, we are a step ahead comparing to the previous situation when we were not part of a network. So we don't have to explain many things regarding the company or the network besides the service we're gonna provide to them. So it's easier and make the client feel a lot more comfortable than before. That's our feeling over here.
Fantastic. Thanks, Marcus.
Yes, what I was gonna say is that's exactly what we were discussing in the group. Once for a client, TGS means homogeneity, not only quality of service, but on service delivery. So if commonly the brand issue is that you may have a weak link or a weak member, and is responsibility of that weak member to rise their game, referring to the image that Marc put on, to be on the same team. So that's a responsibility, and now as the TGS brand rolls and people are more aware of it, is gains more importance to have that homogeneity, not only in quality but on service delivery. We have to always remember, and I always remember myself, the velocity that an army moves depends on the weakest battalion. So we have to address those and make that homogeneity has to be the same. If not, we're just gonna be end up after several cycles. We're gonna end up with a broken brand. So I think as we push the awareness of the brand, we have to address those.
That's fantastic, and I think that sounds like a great few words of support for the quality process. because that's exactly what that addresses, to make sure that the weaker links have the opportunity to reach the same standard as everybody else, so that we can move forward quickly and prove that we are agile, even if we don't surf, that we can do it. Okay, fantastic. Well, in that case, I'm going to push on as a TGS team battalion to make sure that everyone gets away for tequila as soon as we finish. Although I guess for some people it's quite early. For us, it's a respectable time to have tequila now, or shortly, or not now, obviously, at work, but you know what I mean.
Did you bring the tequila?
Yes, we're close enough to tequila selling places. So preparing the slides, TGS, back to TGS month. So I guess back to camera one. And I'm going to stop that for the moment, and I'm going to redo it while it's on camera one, and then it will come up beautifully if you bear with us. Okay, so TGS month, back to TGS month. This is the communication tools. We talked about that. These were the tools. Let's start a brand. I am TGS. Coffee break was done. New member presentation. So I would like to introduce you to a member. This is Justin. Justin's bigger than I am, as you can see. He's a giant of a man, and the firm is a giant of a firm in Uganda. Now, I will not do Justin a disservice by presenting him, because he's a really talented speaker, and he is presenting live tomorrow in TGS month. TGS month, the repeat of today for people who awake at different times. So on the TGS WhatsApp, on all the TGS media, I will share the presentation of Justin that he gives tomorrow, so you can find out about him and his firm. Obviously, not forgetting as well that I've asked every one of you to produce a 60-second video to introduce yourself. You'll not be seeing these today, but you will be seeing those over TGS month. Justin, thanks for coming. Nice to see you. We'll see you again tomorrow. Mark, if you could advance, of course, the slides. So you are. Hey, Andrew, how are you doing? I'm fine. Thank you very much. I think that's pretty well established. If you don't know who I am, and if you don't have my phone number now, then you're probably a weak link in the TGS network, so you should sort that out. TGS month. What is TGS month? TGS month is an attempt to recreate an international global conference which runs for 3 days and has you speaking to everybody about everything. So we've created, I think there's about 28 separate webinars and events where you can connect with the members. Now, it's everything in a 3-day conference, but more and less, obviously, because we can't get you together. Network updates, introductions, opportunities to get known. So it's a full asynchronous. Thank you very much. Yeah. So asynchronous. It's not one of the TGS brand words, but it is the word for this conference. So what this means is you don't have to be at the events of TGS month to participate. Everything is recorded, and you'll be able to watch the recording on the TGS YouTube channel and have a link to it on the TGS Hub. So please have a look through all the webinar events and post comments on YouTube or post comments on the Hub so that you can participate. You can also share the links of the recordings to all your colleagues so they can see what's happening. And I think M&Ms are going to share with you in the chat box. That's fine. It doesn't make a difference. They'll share the links where you can sign up to the YouTube channel, and when you can sign up to the TGS LinkedIn page where you can look at the news. It's very important, I think, for TGS asynchronous, because we're all on different time scales, is that you make as many comments as you can across all the areas you can. If someone on TGS posts on LinkedIn, we like to make a comment, we share it, making sure, but we do it at different times. So that's what I mean by asynchronous. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, not because we want to be YouTubers, but because it's a really good facility for you to make comments on videos. Thank you very much, Sandra, for commenting on TGS Live. I know you're here, so I thank you personally. I was delighted. We actually put a lot of effort into making TGS Live happen. I can see Margot smiling behind the camera because it is quite an effort to set up the TGS Live, but it's great when people interact and comment. And of course, you can be interviewed. You can appear on it on our channel. So how to participate in TGS Month. I wanted to share with you a short story. I remember about 10 years ago, I think my mom got into email and she kept saying to me, she says, "Oh, I'm sorry I wasn't in when your email came." And she thought she had to reply straight away. But this is the idea with the TGS Month conference. You don't have to be there. It's great if you can be. But if you can't be there, please watch the recording and check the TGSU hub. TGSU hub, I'm saying all the different words in the different places to find out when the conferences are on. And let's go for the next slide. The TGS experience. The TGS experience, I'm going to just give you a short rundown about the TGS experience. I'm going to give you a short rundown of the events that we've created for TGS Month, just as a kind of elevator pitch to see if I can do it, to show you why we have created this webinar and why it's a good idea for you to go and what we're hoping to benefit. So this is Justina Swat. Hey, Justina. She is an architect of spaces and an architect of cities and an architect of experiences. Yes, that exists. So she's been looking with us at the TGS experience and trying to find out how can we make the TGS experience something global, something recognizable, and something very, very strong and specific. So that's next Wednesday, 1 week from today, at about this time. So I know you can make it, so I'll be watching for all your names in the chat box. Do come along. It's just a 40-minute webinar with some workshops and questions at the end of it. But Justina is fascinating. I love speaking to her, and she'll help us design the TGS experience. And the next slide, please. You'll find where everything is on the TGS hub. Obviously, you'll be able to subscribe. And if you zip on to the next one, that was a video, but it won't play today. This is Jacqueline Watson from Henderson Logie in Scotland. They are a great accounting firm. Jacqueline is a director of the company. She got promoted because she's done such spectacular work for the marketing in their firm. They're a member of an international network, not TGS Global. They're in a much less fantastic network, but the amount of business that Jacqueline helps their firm develop from their international network is phenomenal. All the departments, legal, accounting, audit, bookkeeping, payroll, benefit when Jacqueline gets involved and helps with the marketing, the business comes in. So we asked Jacqueline if she would come and run a masterclass with us about how our members can increase their international business by marketing the fact that they are in an international network. So this is something that you need because you've asked for it, and we are happy to be doing it. Marcela and I and Marc are also participating in this, although the numbers are limited. I think we've got all the cool kids involved already, but again, watch the recordings, see what we're doing, see what we come out with Jacqueline. The next slide, oh, please. I have notes, but I'm not looking at them at all. It's just, I should throw the phone away. So these happen. There are committee meetings coming up. Check the list. I think it's next Monday and Tuesday, and then the Monday and Tuesday after that. The legal committee, the audit committee, the Innovation and Technology Committee, and the other committee whose name I can't remember. So it's obviously a very important one. Someone might remind me. Anyway, you know, you'll sign up. That'll be hosted by our glamorous Peter Forte. A slide about him later. The regional development groups are always open for you if you'd like to participate there. And the young leaders, which may be rebranded as future leaders. This is an opportunity. These are workshops for future leaders to take part and get involved in the network. So you'll see these events listed on the website, listed on the TGS Hub, listed on the lists of wherever these things are. Next slide, please. So this is Peter. Hey, Peter. Peter Forte, he's a teacher at the business school here in Poitiers. He's a specialist in SMEs and developing business. Peter is also super good at facilitating groups. So we asked him to come and take charge of the young leaders and take charge of the committees, not as an expert in the committees, but as a facilitator to make sure the committees get taken over by the committee members. The reason I've put Dilbert as a picture for Peter is that Peter is he's a ghost on the internet. He does not like to be seen. He takes his privacy very seriously. So if you want to see Peter up close and personal, you have to participate in one of the committees and you will see him. He doesn't look like this at all, but maybe we'll get him the costume so you recognize him. The next slide, please. Again, this is where you would register and where you'd find the committee groups. The shared services, this is Heather Townsend. Heather Townsend has written many books on how to develop shared services and how to develop a new service line. And next slide, please. More importantly, how to market, how to sell, and how to deliver your services. Now, this is things that were coming up in the conversation. How do we do it? How do we get new services up and running and take them forward? So in the shared services, towards the end of TGS month, you'll see Guy running a webinar on transfer pricing, what you need to know about transfer pricing. You'll see Michael Bredal, I can't remember. Sorry, Michael, if you're here, if I get your name wrong. He is giving a webinar about global intangible property management. If you don't know about that, you should, because your international clients would love to have you be able to do that for them. There's also a webinar from the fantastic Matthias, who is here. Thank you, Matthias. Process automation. If you haven't been at one of these webinars by Matthias, you must come. And I'm going to be pushing from everyone from TGS France to come as well, because I know they're interested and I know they want to see it. How can you automate processes within your SMEs to make them more efficient? This is a fantastic service, and it's one that Matthias can help you market, help you sell, and help you deliver it in a TGS way. And also there's another shared service, outsourcing to the UK. John Bennett, that's going to be a good one too. The question of outsourcing is super important because it's basically having an international desk. Your firm, how can you help clients that come in? Next slide, please. The soft skills, look at this. Here's a collection of a diverse group of 50-year-old men. Miles Duncan will help you master LinkedIn. You may think you know about LinkedIn. You may have been in Miles's presentations before, but you don't, because we've seen your LinkedIn profiles and you're not using the brand to its most power. You could be linked up on LinkedIn and getting business from LinkedIn. So do come along to Miles's webinar. It's very short, but he gives away a lot of good tips. The other guy who you will know, you may not know, but you will know at the end of the TGS month, is Matthew Quinn. He's an expert in selling, accounting, audit, and professional services. Next slide, please. So Matthew will be talking about sales, how to do sales. It's a process. It's not imaginative or creative. It's a super simple process about how you sell your stuff. Please recommend someone from your firm to come to the next presentation of this course. It's fantastic. If you've already been on the sales course, you can join the next two courses, which is key account management and negotiation. So the clients you have, are you getting the most business you can from them? Are you helping them the maximum you can? Are you keeping them for a long time? Negotiation, are you doing well in your negotiations? It's a skill I think we all have and we're all very good at, but there are very good tips that you can learn from Matthew about how to do it. Negotiation, it's just great. We used it recently after speaking with Matthew. I can't remember what we were negotiating about. What would have been a recent negotiation? Was it us?
We don't negotiate.
We don't negotiate. That's the point. We don't negotiate the fees. But who was I talking about with that? But it's something, anyway, it's not simply good cop, bad cop, although that is a good negotiation strategy. But Matthew's got lots of great things. I've been on his courses twice, but I still go back because I forget and I'm bad at taking notes, which is why we have Margaux, who's great at taking notes. So she'll make me a mind map of all the things to remember. Mind maps, they come up again, Stefano. I am a bad student for that, but still going on. So there's two more things. Next slide, please. Corporate social responsibility. So this is a beautiful animation in the original slides, but today it's just a circle of stuff. You'll see it on Doug's ear. He's got the corporate social responsibility spiral. On Friday, we have a testimonial, an interview with a firm called something. W Agency, who will be giving you advice about how to benefit from B Corp label. That's interesting, no? That's useful. So TGS, as your brand, you have sustainability as one of the values. That's something your clients should be aware of in the wider world. It's an advantage of the network. We are a signatory of the United Nations Global Compact, which means you are involved in that too. So sustainability. And the total quality program is something which is way beyond quality programs that other networks have, which is something else, which is an advantage and will be talked about on Friday. Or if you want to participate asynchronously, watch the recording after Friday and comment then. Next slide, please. Doing business in, I can move over here to change things up a little bit. Doing business in, these are the webinars which were started by Justine, who I'm sure you met and I'm sure you saw in our video about slow accounting. This came out of the Asia Pacific Regional Development Group. We were thinking together with Mikhail, how can we show the members of the RCEP or RCEP 15 group in Asia Pacific that we have a strong network. So we decided to do a doing business in Taiwan, doing business in Thailand, doing business in Korea. Thank you very much. South Korea, things like whispering. So these were super successful. We have the TGS member firm who talks about what they do in the network. We have a testimonial from a client, if we can. We have a testimonial from a government body or a ministry, perhaps the Chamber of Commerce, perhaps the Ministry of Business, if that's the thing. So it all comes together. So it shows that we are quality. The member is identified as being in a network. It's being identified as being someone who can solve problems. And there are lots of questions that follow. A recent one, which would be great to watch, is TGS doing business in Romania, which was fantastic. Next slide, please. Another advantage of these doing business in webinars is that they last forever on the internet. Doing business in Romania, doing business in Scotland, watch that one. That's fantastic also, because we had Peter Ferry from the next unicorn in Scotland. Watch out for wallet services. They're going to be big. They've just got a stack of funding and Peter Ferry gives great presentations and his background was excellent. Something to learn from him. But you are on YouTube with your doing business in webinar. And we package the event so that whenever we talk about your firm on the net or whenever we talk about your firm on LinkedIn, we put a link back to your doing business in webinar. So people are going to have a look at your faces and they make the decision. They say, who are these people? Click, you have a look, you see Anna Maria, you see Christos. They say, these are real people. This is great. This is good. So that kind of thing. This is the brand. These are the advantages you have. And look how many views this has had. I'm doing exactly what I tell everyone not to do, is to point at the screen. I'm sorry. But 60,000 views, obviously that's fake news, but hopefully in the future I'll be moving on quickly. Anyway, doing business. So I'm going to get off the stage and give Audit Dog back to Sophie. Sophie, who broke the dog the last time, but we'll see if she works.
Take care of the dog.
I will take care of the dog. And if someone can move the slide. Yes, so we will have a webinar about the referrals. So to improve your business, we need to clarify our process. So for that, we will give you a direct access to your referral pipeline through monday.com. So for that, we'll have different sessions mandatory for the IBCs, the International Business Coordinators. So it will be on 18th and 24th of November with different hours in order for you to be able to connect. So you just choose 1 hour and you connect yourself, and we will have a chat about our new referral process, and you will be able to have a better visibility about your referral pipeline. So, and then if you can change the slide, to improve your sales skill, we would like to introduce you to the GAP platform, fully dedicated to the accountants. So you will be able to attend to 2 workshops with them on November 16 and November 23rd. So they will show you their platform, and we negotiated a special price for you if you want to try it and to test it and to give us your feedback about it. And then I think I will explain you again, if you can change a slide, how to sign up to a webinar. So you go on my TGS hub and you have two ways, or you go to the section called events. There is a calendar here when you have a arranged rounds. That means that something is happening. So basically every day on November. So you click on the day and you have the session and you click on it and you have something like register or sign up, and you just put your email address and that's it. And you have a second way, if you can change the slide, it's to go through your TGS private access and go to TGSU. You can also access to it through the TGS Global website. And it's as usual, you go to TGSU, you have the calendar, you choose the correct month, but now it's okay, it's on November. And you sign up and register to the webinar you want to access to. And that's it for me. Someone wants maybe to conclude? Maybe I can give the mic.
Sophie, I have a question, please.
Yes, of course. Yes.
Where are all the recorded webinars are showing in the website? Where?
You go on my TGS hub and you have a section called webinars, TGS webinars, and here you have all the recording of the webinars.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, Ronen.
Okay, so if I can join, I have no, you can still stay with me, Sophie. No, don't be scared. Stay with me. No, happy to have you. So I just wanted to highlight very quickly some points. I'm quite sure you are clearly understanding. We are clearly doing many efforts, and please join, because it was not possible to present all these new topics in one session. It would be too long, too boring. But the best is clearly to join each workshop, each session. So you will have new services. So the gap, I think it's something very new. It's about sales process, but not only about sales process, but new services. And so how to improve your sales when you are an accountant. And I don't forget the auditors, I don't forget the lawyers, but we have many accountants in our teams. So join, you will learn a lot and you will have tools and you will see something different. W agency, something we'll do with Marcela. It's about corporate social responsibility. It's about a new label, B Corp, maybe you know it. We can learn from this experience, from these big firms with developing something new, a label about corporate social responsibility. But the next step for us, of course, it's to be very good internally about corporate social responsibility, but next step will be for our clients. It's not enough to be good inside, we have to be good outside and to bring the message to our clients. So it's very important to improve as well our communication, what we are going to do with a different marketing session. And thank you, Andrew, to have been prepared all these sessions, and how to write articles as well. So you will have a written communication guide and how to use it perfectly, and how to adopt a very good TGS website, and you will have a TGS template to adopt. And I clearly stress this point about the business, because the business is the best you can do. And have somebody who is trying to disturb the session. Maybe you can guess who is doing it. So it's about sales process. So you are not you are selling the orange color. So it's you can see that now we have TGS in one bottle. So it's about the sales process. It's about thank you, Sophie, for having prepared this new dashboard, because it's your pipeline and a dashboard, and you will see your dashboard, your current dashboard with all your businesses, with all your dear TGS colleagues. And of course, I don't forget our quality program that will make the things completely coherent. And I don't want to forget the future. And the future will be with our young leaders. And the Young Leaders Program is something vital, and we really want to support these young people, and because